All right, guys, this is episode number 90. Wow, episode number 90. In this episode, we're going to look at some of the artwork of JK5. So he is one of the featured artists in Project 2020. If you're not familiar with Project 2020, it debuted in about February and March, and you could buy these cards pre-order on the Topps website. They decided to collaborate with 20 different artists and recognize 20 iconic Topps and Bowman baseball cards. So I'll show you the list of the different players, and I'm going to show you each one of JK5's takes on those iconic cards. So there is a giveaway. So we're in the middle of a 21-day giveaway. We're at 21 prize packages. So for today, random comment on episode 90, and it is for one of his cards. So this is actually a 92 Bowman design of Mariano Rivera. So this is the artist we're going to look at today. This is an artist where if you pause the video, there's so much detail to take into these. So just if you were to look at this for 3 minutes, you could do kind of a Where's Waldo of all the different features of that. So this is what I'm giving away. All you got to do is comment. Have you ever bought Project 2020 cards or Project 70? Does that even interest you? Or if they expanded to maybe football or basketball or hockey or soccer or tennis or celebrity cards, get some old presidents on there, some actors, some singers. I think that could be kind of cool. So would you ever consider buying these artists collaboration cards? And then one randomized comment will get this Mariano Rivera. All right. So let's learn a little bit about the artists here. So it says JK5, real name Joseph, is a multidisciplinary artist known for his unbridled creativity and distinct approach to tattooing, design, illustration, painting, type, graphics, writing, and letter forms. He was worked for brands including Nike and Converse, in galleries, and 3 books. And there's his Instagram right there. When you pre-order these off the Topps website, or when you did, because it's over now, they had one new card. So it's a 400 card set. They had one new one every single day. So a lot of times you could buy packages of the one on each side. So if you were to want to buy number 20, you can get 19 and 20 in this set, or 20, 21 for a little discounted price. So this is the package that came in. I actually ordered 4 of these right off the website, and they were $19.99. Some of these you can buy on eBay in auctions for less than $5 now. So some of the cards, many of the cards have actually gone down in value for now. So if you like any of these artists, now could be a time where you can complete a set for a couple $100. Each of the cards have different print runs. So for example, Ted Williams was the first card that JK5 designed, followed by Ichiro, Willie Mays, Roberto Clemente, Mariano Rivera. This is the one I'm giving away. These ones are probably the cheapest because when the print runs, or when it got to about 85, 86, 87, everybody thought this would be an investment. So then everybody and their next door neighbor bought a bunch of them. The print runs went through the roof. Then the interest kind of fell back down. So definitely some persuasive content providers really said, ooh, man, this is a good investment. Had eyes on Project 2020, but then it kind of hurt the value of it. Now, once you get this many people buying them, you have a lot of people that want to, well, we'll just finish the set. So some of these are kind of built in for set makers. Some are looking for all of the Bob Gibsons or all of the Frank Thomases, so forth. I'm going to leave this on the screen so then we can look at those as we go. All right, so the first one we're going to look at is Ted Williams, print run 1,385. And if you're not familiar with these, here's what the back looks like. I do like the Project 70 cards, and I do have a case for that, and we'll talk about Project 70 another time. But they have a bio about the card, and they have a bio about the artist, and then the Instagram, where you can reach out to that artist. So Ted Williams. And again, if you were to pause the video, you could identify so many different features to this card. I'm kind of in awe by his artwork. You'll notice that the first couple of his, this is Ichiro, have very limited color. Towards the end, there was definitely more color and maybe a little more detail as well. I honestly would prefer if he just kind of kept with one, either no color or one color or a whole bunch of color. I think if I personally was to frame this set, I would have liked to see consistency in some of the details. But honestly, I am truly amazed by his artwork. So Evan pointed out that he often puts pencils in his work. If we think of the tool for a baseball player as a bat, the tool for an artist is a pencil. So print run, about the 1000s, between 1 and 2000. Next up, Roberto Clemente. And then on the back of each of the card, it does tell you it's a 1955 Topps design. I appreciate this artist because he doesn't waver from the original card that much. I think that's one of the things that I appreciate the most about the artist, is if they kept the design same picture of the player. Because when I associate Clemente rookie, I want to see that image of Clemente. I think depending on if you are a fan of art or if you're a fan of cards, you might have different opinions on that. But for me, they're iconic cards and I want to see them resemble the original work. So one of these I'm going to give away. Evan actually donated this card to give away, which is very generous of him. So I'm wondering, this might be the only Bowman card. So if you watched a video earlier, what was the topic? I can't even remember. But Bowman, it was a 1951 video about Blake Jameson's work. So Topps bought Bowman after the 55 baseball season, and they just held on to the rights of Bowman until 1989 when they brought back the set. Good year to bring back with Ken Griffey rookie. I actually just picked up a PSA 9 89 Bowman Griffey. I think those are very undervalued. I think I got it for $27 and a new label, which I thought was great. I think my price point, and I'll be hitting those hard pretty soon, would be about $35 for a 89 Griffey Bowman. I like it because it's the first year back. I love the design. And I like how they're a little bit oversized because I feel like there's so many that are damaged. At least in my collection of cards, when I look at like Cal Ripken 89 Bowman, a lot of them are, the tops are worn because they're a little bit bigger than all the other cards. My guess would be if you got a Griffey back in 1990, you would have kept better in condition. So maybe the Griffies withstood the test of time, but I don't know. I think that might be a next one to hit. I'm still looking for Derek Jeter 1993 Topps, and he's the next one coming up. So if you follow this again, if you are interested, print runs. So that Mike Trout was $11,578. So you did pre-order. You had 48-hour window to claim the card, and then they went to work and printed them, put them in these $2 to $3 holders. So some of these cards you can get on eBay for less than the cost of a new holder, which is Crazy to think. And I know these artists were paid based on commissions, so the higher the amount of print run, the more money they got paid. This one's neat. So this is the card, one of my favorite cards in the hobby. 1993 Topps, Derek Jeter. I feel like the 93 Topps PSA 8 is undervalued because I think that's at a price point where a lot of people can have it. So I think at $45 to $50, I keep picking them up at that price. Even right now, I've gotten a couple under 40. So I've been trying to keep an eye on that. I'm looking for 93 Bowman and Pinnacle as well. So I think, maybe I'm wrong, but I think Derek Jeter is one of the safest investments in baseball. Even safer than Mike Trout, safer than Ken Griffey, safer than, I'm gonna say modern. Now, if you really want to get safe, go for those 50s and 60s cards of rookies. I think those are extremely safe, but for modern, since 1980. So this is the one where he really started to add some awesome color. So yeah, Frank Thomas, 1990. This one definitely looks like an 80s rock album cover. And again, just like I mentioned before, if you pause your screen, you can appreciate a little bit more of the details. So we got Mark McGwire. His nickname is Big Mac. That's why it's got a cheeseburger on there. And I'll have the timer go off pretty soon for some coffee cake. Got Don Mattingly. Again, so much to take in there. Got Dwight Gooden, 85 Topps rookie. I think for someone that got into the hobby in 91, 92, 93, I forget that he's got a rookie in 85. Now, if you were big into cards in the 80s, that's an iconic card for you. It just doesn't, it's not iconic for me. So when I think about Dwight Gooden's rookie, I don't associate with 85 Topps. I think of Puckett, Clemens, and McGwire. Jackie Robinson, 1952. Again, he's got that pencil thing going on. Next up, we have a Tony Gwynn. And he lost his life way too early. I think it was mouth cancer because he chewed for years. I think he died in his 40s, I believe. Wish cancel. Food's ready. How exciting. It's got to cool for 10 minutes anyways. Have you guys tried coffee cake? Oh my gosh. My Aunt Terry used to make that when the cousin slept over, and we thought she was the best baker ever. But then she told us her secret at Christmas, maybe 10 years ago, that it's a box mix. We were devastated. We cried. It was a sad day. When we, Jania's laughing at me. When we learned that Aunt Terry's, or actually they call them Miss Margata, because actually my aunt knew my kids before I did because she worked at their school, which is cool. And the last card that I have here is Cal Ripken. And I think this one has to be admired for a little bit extra. And I know some artists have videos on YouTube where you can watch them paint. I'm not sure about this guy. Kind of psychedelic, if you ask me. All right. And the last one here is one that somehow got left out of the box that Evan dropped off, but this is the Sandy Koufax, 1962. This is not the singing version. If you saw my previous video, you saw the singing version of the Sandy Koufax. I think it's a one of one. I think there's only one in the world. And I heard, could be wrong, I heard it's going to be at the Nationals. So if you happen to make it to Chicago next month, ask for that singing variation, and then just show them the video saying, you know, post-game interview said there's a singing variation. Do you know what table it's at? But yeah, I would appreciate that, because if you message me and tell me the price, you know, I would go for about $200. I'm looking for a singing variation in person. I think that'd be really neat. But all right, so those are the 20. Again, if you like free stuff, all you gotta do is comment below. Would you ever consider Project 2020 cards? Would you ever buy them for baseball, or if they were a different sport or celebrities? So this is the card I'm going to send you, and I will happen to have some of these boxes, and I'll put it in the original box. And chances are, if you win this, you'll win other stuff too. So I'm guessing the last time I did giveaways, we had one person that won 3, which is awesome. I appreciate the daily support and likes of the people that watch the videos. As other content providers say, if you're still watching at this point, good for you. If you could leave a like, that really helps the algorithms. So what happens with YouTube is the more likes and views you get, the more impressions you see. So impressions are, when you finish a video, it's the videos that are recommended. So when we did our giveaway back in episode number 50, I think we had like 4,000 impressions that day because of all the likes and comments and views. And then with the budget videos for football and basketball, those daily impression numbers are about 6,000. So 6,000 TVs, computer, video game consoles saw a recommended video of this. So every time you like and every time you comment, somehow it helps the YouTube algorithms to further share my channel. So my goal for the end of the summer is 200 subscribers. We're at 110, so let's keep on going. I appreciate the support. We'll see you next time. Thank you.